Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of the latest episode of Fear the Walking Dead on AMC, as well as just my overall thoughts and sort of change of heart since the start of the second half of season 3. I watched and reviewed Fear the Walking Dead sort of off and on for the first couple seasons. And I did review like the first small chunk of episodes of season 3, but then I kind of stopped. I did sort of watch up to the mid-season finale, but then I just never got back into the swing of it, and at one point I even thought about dropping the show, which I almost did for a little bit there, but then something clicked, I don't know exactly, and it just made me check it out again. Just caught up from the mid-season premiere up to the latest episode, This Land Is Your Land, episode 13. And let me tell you, I'm really, really, really glad I did. Because season 3 as a whole, I think, has been a steady improvement over the first couple seasons overall. But the second half, and these past couple episodes especially, Brothers Keeper and This Land Is Your Land, I think are just really, really good, great even. Honestly, This Land Is Your Land is probably the best Walking Dead anything I've seen in quite some time. And that includes the original show, which is a big thing to say. But at this point, I think Season 3 of Fear is definitely better than Season 7 of The Walking Dead. And I don't want to make this a big comparison. I might do a separate video down the line just to talk about that. I still do enjoy The Walking Dead, but either way, Fear the Walking Dead has really stepped up its game in some really, really surprising ways. It's just experiencing a complete, almost resurgence for me right now. I'm just enjoying it a lot. I'm really liking what they're doing. It's being very well done. It's just really fucking good right now, and I'm shocked. So let me talk about This Land Is Your Land. This is a very Alicia-centric episode, and this is pretty much the exact type of episode I was waiting for her, because I love Alycia Debnam-Carey. I loved her on The 100, some various other things, as well as I even liked her in Friend Request recently. And I was always glad she had a spot on this show. But I was always waiting for her to really get some material to work with, really something to sink her teeth into with the character. And they're finally doing it here. This Land Is Your Land, like I said, very Alicia-centric. And I'll just say, she's now probably the most developed female character on either Walking Dead show, I think. You could argue like Michonne and Carol and stuff, and I do still love Michonne especially. But I would argue that Alicia is now more organically developed than Carol, at least, and Maggie and everything. I think Alicia is just a phenomenal character, and I'm just personally I favor her anyway. But you can't deny that you just gave her some great stuff to work with either way with how you feel. I was just really, really happy with this past episode. Like I said, honestly, the best Walking Dead anything I've seen in a while, better than any of the Season 7 episodes, and I really don't see Season 8 topping anything. Topping anything in this one here. I've also really liked how the Troy character's been handled. I did like the mid-season premiere quite a bit, Minotaur, however you want to say it. But we should probably stick to talking about This Land Is Your Land. Like I said, very Alicia-centric. She is stuck in the bunker with many of the people from the ranch. Ophelia is there as well. Nick and Troy, meanwhile, are trying to find some way to, either kill more of the walkers or, more likely, lure them away. So a lot of it was on Alicia's shoulders here. Ophelia and one of Walker's men, I don't know his name right offhand for some reason, go up into the vents to try and get the air going again. Air is running out. There are people that are bitten, some coming forward about it, and some possibly not, really giving some dangerous situations here. And this episode also felt very much survival horror-esque, which I was really happy about too, almost more so than any Walking Dead episode in recent memory. And I gotta stop comparing it. But I just like that aspect of this episode. I also really like the conversations between Alicia and the older woman here. I forget her name, but I also just seen her on Justified recently. I'm going through that series, so it's good to see her on here. But again, just really great acting from Alycia Debnam-Carey. I liked hearing about that story about her and Nick from her childhood, and just how they really sold, the air running out. I thought it felt very realistic with the way Alicia would get back up and everything, and perhaps it's a little bit odd that she's the one, like the only one left who didn't really, lose it and die. But at the same time, I just saw this as a complete, just huge kickoff to what the Alicia character could very well be now. Of course, I love the sequence of her putting down quite a few walkers when she had to. But before that, she made some very, very rough, decisions for anyone. Even on The Walking Dead, it would still be difficult. Or, well, maybe not for some of them. But there's, some of them are still kind of new to this on Fear. But I just thought it was very realistic with the way Alicia reacted to everything, and how she had to be the one, to put the people down that came forward. I thought that was very well handled too. Excuse me. But yeah, I am just almost floored, by how good this was. And of course, when Madison and the others come at the end to, make the save, Alycia Debnam-Carey's acting her ass off, and then Kim Dickens comes in and she's just like, hey, come on, Alicia, let's go. I know Madison's supposed to be cold and sort of removed and everything, but I still do not like Kim Dickens. That's like one of my still currently remaining flaws with the show. I just don't think Kim Dickens is very good personally. But the rest of Fear the Walking Dead is going over that right now, which is really good to say. Alicia just had a lot of moments throughout this episode. I saw Alycia Debnam-Carey just sold the hell out of all of it. Like I said, I like her putting down all the walkers, as she had to, and just the way they edited it together, also with the lights flickering and everything, I thought looked really cool. It felt intense and very horror driven. Even though I had heard about some things that happened in this episode, I still felt a little bit jumpy, when more of them were going around Alicia and stuff. Because I really, really do care about Alicia now. I always liked Alycia Debnam-Carey. I was always hoping for her to be given more to do on the show. But as far as the character herself, Alicia was, sort of, not there yet, basically. But this episode really made it, for the Alicia character, and they're really giving Alycia Debnam-Carey some chances to show her acting chops, and she really did in this episode. She's by far my favorite character on Fear, and probably one of my favorite characters left in the Walking Dead world, along with the likes of Rick and Michonne. So that's a lot to say. Like I said, I also like how Troy was handled. He's definitely one of the more interesting characters in either show in a while too. Almost like Shane-esque, with his like the sort of anti-hero middle ground stance on him right now. Because he did sort of attract a lot of these walkers, the horde and everything like that, which visually I think looked pretty good. Of course, Nick is hiding that. I'm sure Alicia might have her suspicions. But it's pretty unpredictable with what they're going to do with Troy now. I'd almost like him to go into season 4 as now sort of main character of the show going forward. We still don't really know what's going to happen with him in the end. If he's really an antagonist or what. I actually do like him. I sort of find him to be somewhat understandable, at least in certain extents. Again, still do not like Madison that much, but it was good to see Daniel and stuff at the dam, and now they're all heading there because the ranch has just been completely overrun and ruined. So that's definitely going to bring up a lot. Ophelia now knows Daniel's still alive. And we'll see. I don't think Walker's going to survive the season, but I would like Troy to, but we'll see. But yeah, just an incredible episode. If I had to rate this land as your land, maybe I should wait, for it to settle more, but honestly, I said the best Walking Dead anything in a while, so I'm going to honestly give it between 9.5 9.7 out of 10. I liked it that much. I think it was that good. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. I will be reviewing Fear the Walking Dead through the end of the season now, and we'll plan on reviewing every episode going forward now. I am sold on the show and very happy with it, so awesome. Catch you guys next time. Peace. Oh yeah, here's my thumbnail as well. Fear the Walking Dead, still can't believe it. Really, really good show. It's on a roll right now. It's hot. Check it out, guys. Give it another chance. And yeah, see ya.